Hello students, we are still on logarithm of numbers. Now, in the previous class, we learned how to find the logarithm of numbers, and we've also learned how to find the anti-logarithm of numbers. So now, if we are told to evaluate numbers using the logarithm table, how are we going to do it? So we are moving on to addition and subtraction of logarithm. Addition and subtraction of logarithm. Now, so the question says use logarithm table to evaluate the following. Instead of using calculator, we are expected to use the logarithm table to be able to find the result of this. 34.83 times 5.427. 34.83 times 5.2427. So first of all, you draw your table for number and log. So you pick it one after the other. So that means you're having 34.83. So you have 34.83. You find the logarithm of 34.83. So how many times are you going to move decimal point? Once. That means 1 point. You look for the logarithm of 34 under 8 difference 3. If you are still having problem with finding the logarithm of number, make sure you download the previous lesson so that you'll be able to understand how to find the logarithm of number. So look for the logarithm of 34 under 8 difference of 3. So we should now give you 1.5420. 1.5420. Again, you look for the logarithm of 5.427. So write 5.427 under number. So you now look for the logarithm of the. So since the number before the decimal point here is a unit number, you are not going to move it. That is the reason why you are having 0. Now repeat the first two numbers. 54 under 2 difference of 7. So look for logarithm of 54 under 2 difference of 7, which will give you 7346. So because anytime you are giving multiplication, so if you are giving multiplication, you are after looking for their logarithms, you add them. Whenever you are told to look for 34.83 times 5.427. So this is multiplication. So since you are using logarithm table, whenever you are giving multiplication, after finding their logarithms, then you are going to add their logarithm. So when you add the logarithm, you have your 2.2766. 2.2766. So after finding getting the logarithm, then adding a logarithm, because this is you now look for the anti-log of this. So when you look for the anti-log of this, this first digit is for the number of decimal places. Then you start from open to the anti-logarithm table, look for 0.27 under 6 difference of 6. So 0.27 under 6 difference of 6, which will give you 189. Now because of these two, it's taken that the decimal point is after this 1. So you move it 2 times, 1, 2. So it will be 189.1. So anytime you are told to multiply, if you are given multiplication, now when you look for the logarithms, we will add their logarithm to be before you look for, after finding the resolving it, you now look for the anti-log. So whenever you are given multiplication of to evaluate using multiplication, that means when you find the logarithm of the numbers, you must add them. On the other hand, if you are given division like this, you are having 4,562 divided by 98.76. So 4,562 divided by 98.76. So if it is division, After looking for their logarithm, you are to subtract. If it is multiplication, after looking for their logarithm, you will add. If it is division, after looking for their logarithm, you are going to subtract. Now let's move on. So you draw a table, number and log. So bring this 4562. So the decimal point is taken to be, these are no number. So decimal point is taken to be after this last number. You move it how many times? 1, 2, 3. That is, you are having 3 points. You now look for the logarithm of 45 under 6, difference of 2. So which will give us 6592. Then again, you are going to look for the logarithm of 98.76. So first of all, move decimal points once. So when you move it more, to have a unit number before the decimal. So that is 1 point. Now look for 98 under 7, difference of 6, which will give you 9946. So because you have to divide these numbers, so that means you subtract their logarithm. When you subtract, you get 1.6646. 1.6646. So after getting your final answer here, you are going to find the anti-log. So when you are finding the anti-logarithm, so that means you start from after the decimal point, 0.66 under 4, difference of 6. So when you check 0.66 under 4, difference of 6, that will give us 4619. Now since you are given 1 year, so that means the decimal point is taken to be after this first digit. So you move it how many times? Once. So that means you not be here. You now have 46.19. So for the work practice, you are to solve this. Work practice: use logarithm tables to evaluate the following: 3.338 times 2.074. B. 8.735 divided by 3.909. C. 46.31 divided by 8.742. D. 45.34 times 16.21. E. 705.6 times 85.04. Then F, we are having 286.3 divided by 17.08. Please make sure you like, subscribe and comment on this video. Thank you.